Well, happy Independence Day, America. It is July 4th, 2017, and I am in the Abacos right now. I'm actually just offshore here in what we call Well Cay Pass in the Abacos. That there is the Well Cay. Nothing actually extreme. It's just the backside of this gets really shallow, and if I had high tide, I could actually squeeze behind it. But the normal route here is to come out here, zip for 2 or 3 miles on the outside, and then re-enter back into the bank on this side. I got up this morning and I'm following the weather down in the tropics this time of year, which you need to do. And there's a system building out there, and after looking at everything and where the Bermuda High is and everything, I've called this trip. It's over. I'm officially on my way home. I've been slowly working that way, but now that I see a possible hurricane or a tropical storm coming for this part of the world, it's time to vacate. I could be home 150, I'm about 250 miles from Stewart Inlet. I could make that in a little over a couple days if I just did the 24-hour thing, which I don't plan to. So I'm figuring 5 to 6 days I should be back in Florida, which is about the time the system may be getting close to this area. The systems have a real tendency to do a turn up to the north or northeast as they come through the Bahamas. The difference between being 80 or 90 miles to the east in the Bahamas and Florida is very significant. So 28-foot boat, time to go home, go hide. It's gotten really hot. It's July. Some days I felt like I'm melting. When we were younger, we cruised without air conditioning. Most of the time you can get by with it. But it's pretty miserable right now. So, alright, I really wanted to spend some time in the Abacos, but the weather's not really riding along with me on this idea. And like I say, I had planned to be home about the end of July. Now it looks like I will be home between the 10th and the 14th, something like that. I'll probably actually be in my house by the middle of July, which would be about a 3-month trip. So it's been very good. Came down, found what I was looking for, took some videos, did some many things down here. Went back, looked at some of the stuff I used to see, and it's been very, very good. A much bigger boat would be nicer for a guy that's 6'3", but hey, this is an expensive trip to come out here, and if somebody wants to do this, you can. I got all these videos to prove you can take a 28-foot boat and sail 1,500 miles on it and do it safely. It's all a matter of watching the weather and being cautious and not trying to push for areas when you don't want it, well, don't necessarily need to be there. The worst way to get in trouble is to have a schedule that you have to be there by such and such a time. But anyway, another beautiful day in the Bahamas. I wish I had more time to do some hunting and fishing over here in the Abacos, but I just don't. We got some people passing there. A lot of tourists up in the Abacos. Lots and lots of boats and people over here for summer vacation. I had not realized this had become such a tourist area. The building over here is just absolutely phenomenal, which is great for the Bahamians. Every time somebody comes here and spends a US dollar, it goes right in their economy. So, very good for their economy, keeps people working, and keeps things flowing. The bad news for this trip back to Florida is predicted winds for the next week are 5 to 10 knots, or 5 knots and variable, which means I have to listen to the motor run for the next 300 miles, which was not in my plan. I had planned to sail to the north and the east, all with the wind and very little engine, but it is what it is, and I need to make some tracks, so I'm going to work on it as I need to do it. All right, everybody. Another good day in the Bahamas. Take care. Cheers. Happy 4th of July, and I hope everybody is well.